gotta get on the road first. I have decided to follow Jesus, the world behind. I get on. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mark again. I just got out of work, so I thought I'd just do this video. I just want to talk about some opinions I have as a musician. If you follow my channel, you know I play the bass, and some of the opinions I have, they might be controversial, they might not be. Who knows? I'm just gonna throw out what I think, and you tell me if you agree or not. One thing that really I in my head as a musician, one thing I cannot stand, you don't have to play the song exactly how it was recorded. Every song that comes out for your church, if you're a musician at your church, it does not have to be like the recording. Make it your own. I've always been like that. If you hear all the songs I play on bass, I mean, I get the overplaying might be too much, or you might be underplaying, if that's even a thing. But the way you play your instrument or sing it, it does not need to be like the recording. And I'll stand on that hill forever. I'll die on that hill. Gotta make sure I do not crash. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, come on, man. Sorry, guys, hold on. And here we go. So I would say it does not need to be like the recording. And I'll tell you why. Because your church might not have all the stuff that the recording had. It might not have the certain backtracks. You might not have all the musicians to fill out the song. It might be in a different key. It might not, you might not have enough singers. You might have, so it doesn't. There's a lot of things why you don't need to do a recording. You might want to make it more like a gospel feel to it, or make it less gospel. Or I've always been about make the song your own. Like, don't fully change it where people don't know the song, but if you want to add a little something to it, add a little sauce to it, as I like to say, make it your own, is what I say. So when you hear like my covers that I do on the bass, well, not so much covers, it's like my church might play songs differently than what you hear them originally recorded, and that's okay. That's okay. And another thing that another, I guess, opinion that I have that might get me in trouble with the church, musician, worship team, whoever, is you do not need multitracks, okay? Like verse 1, chorus 2, you don't need that. You can, it's optional, but you don't need it. You don't need it. I don't think I could do that. Like let's say I got invited to play at a church and they use that. I'm like, okay. Or I got invited to an event, right? And you're a musician, you get invited to an event and they use that. Okay, you use it. But you specifically, if you don't want to push that in your worship team, or you're part of a team and they ask, well, what should we go that way? I would say no. I don't want that in my ears. I just can't. It might be controversial. It might not be. Who knows if people have the same opinion, but I don't want the... Now backtrack is different. Well, I could be getting it wrong, but when I think multi-track, I think the full, it's pretty much all the sounds of maybe the original recording, including the verse 1, chorus 2. I don't know. I have a hard time with that. Now, if you don't have musicians and you need to fill in those parts, I say go for multi-track if that's what you feel. I think nice pad sounds maybe in the background, or maybe a little bit here and there, but where it's fully in your ears and that's what you want to hear, or that's what you're hearing, I don't know if I can, man. I can't. It just drives me nuts. And I'm the type of where you just kind of flow. I mean, there needs to be structure, right? But I feel like that's too much structure. I think that's too this. It's too structured to where it doesn't flow. I mean, if you make it flow, good for you. That's my, I guess, unpopular opinion about that, of multi-tracks. And I could be getting it wrong. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube use it where they have the verse 1, chorus 2, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Bridge, outro 3. It doesn't, I can't get behind. Now, if you want to do that, go ahead. But my unpopular opinion is like, you don't need that. Or I don't think everybody needs to use that. Like, I don't think that should be the standard. But what I will say the standard needs to be, and I will die on this hill, is that you need some type of clicker, something that keeps you on beat. Whatever time signature it is in, I will die on that hill for sure. Whether it's a click, a snap, or a hi-hat sound that is constantly like in your ears, or I feel like if you do not have a clicker or something that's keeping you on time, I'm sorry. It's just that hill I will die on as well, is that you need a clicker, something that keeps you in time. And you say, well, you should be able to do it. Well, sometimes, musicians are not full-time musicians at church. Sometimes they have regular jobs and they can only practice so much. So like me, I have a full-time job. I'm full-time ministry. So it's hard. It's hard to, stay on track. Luckily, I learned by ear. I'm a by ear player and I can get the timing, but sometimes you need that clicker just to stay on track. Of course you have the drums, but sometimes the drums might get off track. So that's why I recommend you at least have a clicker. You don't need the multi-track with the verse 1 and the verse 2. You don't need that. You just need a clicker. Something that just like that, just because it will save you. Well, it would save the embarrassment of you, like, because I've been in times where the tempo's just shifting and it's like, holy moly, like we were playing faster than what we should have been playing, or we were playing slower than we should have been playing. So a clicker is a go-to, or some type of thing to keep you on time. We call it a clicker at my church, and that's what we know about. We just have a clicker. That's all we use. And I think another thing for sure, I don't know if it's unpopular opinion or everybody's on board with this one, but if you can switch to in-ear monitors, make the switch. Because let me tell you, it will definitely teach your singers where they go off. It will definitely help reduce the sound and it'll be more controlled. Whether that's bass, drums, singers, piano, guitar, having in-ear monitors will help control the sound. Being in the front of the house, which is the speakers, and in the stream, it will definitely help with all that. And in-ear monitors is the way to go. You could, like, if you can not afford it, I understand you still do the old school with the amps and monitors that are big wedges that are by your instrument, or your singers are using monitors. I get it. But if you can afford it, or if you yourself as a musician, whatever you play or sing or whatever, switch to in-ear monitors. It will save you. It would also show you all your mess ups. I mess up all the time, and a lot of musicians mess up, and it'll help you hear exactly where you mess up, or catch where you mess up. Because sometimes when you have that, like I play bass, when you have that amp, you don't hear all the little stuff that you mess up on. You don't hear all that. And I think in-ear monitors is the way to go. Do not, I will die on that hill. If it's unpopular opinion, well, sue me, let me know in the comments. But as a, I guess you can call me a amateur church musician, when we made the switch to in-ear monitors, oh, I love it. I can't go back. I need them constantly. So I would say in-ear monitors is the way to go. Now, on to the next. This opinion is going to get me in trouble. Now, my background is I come from apostolic Pentecostal background. I still am part of that background. I still believe, in all that. And I'm not going to get into all the theology, but I come from that background. My church is that background. We believe in that realm of the Pentecostal apostolic belief. But when it comes to the musical part of that, guys, musicians, please, not everything needs a praise break. Okay, add it to the song. I love a good gospel praise break. I grew up on gospel music. I grew up on all that. That doom, 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 doom. Like, yes, Lord, yes, yes. But not every song needs a praise break. And you know what I'm talking about? The do 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 do. You know what I'm talking about? And they're going off like, yes, Lord, yes, I feel it. But not every song. Not every song, man. Not every song. Sorry, I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated. Relax, relax, relax. We don't need a praise break in every song. And I get when I said, it contradicts what I said in the beginning, like make it your own, but not every song. I've seen a lot of churches just put a praise break in every song, whether it be a CCM song. I mean, a gospel song, well, it's warranted, but like almost, they'll always try to put a praise break where they're just going off. And they'll go for a long time, repeating the same thing over and over. And I get if the Spirit's flowing, let it flow. But dang, like, not every song needs it. Like, do it in a unique way. Because I've seen some people just do it just to do it because they say they can do it and they know how to do it. And don't get me wrong, there's great musicians. There's all great musicians doing it, but man, like, no. Like, let's just keep it to a minimum on praise break. Do. Yes, yeah. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. But I say all this to say these are just my unpopular opinions. And do whatever works for you at the end of the day. Because that's all we're here for. We're just playing instruments. And I just say this as a musician that I am not a professional musician, I'll tell you that. I don't read music. I don't know all the scales. I don't know. I just know what I know, what I've learned over the years from YouTube videos, from learning by ear. I'm by ear, okay? And I don't always get it right. But I just feel like what I see on the internet, because, we all look at what other churches are doing. We all see what's going on, is that there are just some things that, man, like, you don't have to change it, but it just gets kind of like, I don't want to say old. It doesn't get old. You just see the culture of things and you're like, man, I'm not on board with it. And that's okay. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing, for all the comments. I appreciate it. And that's pretty much what I had in my head. And, give me your unpopular opinions in the comments. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.